Okay, who do we got left out here? We've got Javik and Garrus. You're in an elite group.
Stay out of trouble.
So who's this patriarch person you keep going on about?
What? You never heard of him?
Right, he's... Oh, Javik. Got him. Nice to know.
Enjoying your shore leave, Javik?
I have been asked to take part in a feat. I am told it is a great honor and will boost morale for the war.
Who says it will?
Commander Shepard, I didn't realize you were coming too. Perfect timing, perfect timing. You can play yourself. Attention! The Prothean is on set. Someone tell the stunt double he's been demoted. We have the real Shepard now. All right, places everyone. Quickly, quickly.
I love
Cue the
this part.
backdrop. Roll cameras.
Prothean no like you.
And action. Commander Shepard, thank you for coming. The urgent hour of doom, which we all urgently face, draws near. Urgently so. But there is hope. The Council understands you recently found a Prothean in a refrigerator and defrosted him.
Yeah. He was in the freezer, right behind the Varen roast.
Ah, you die now! Not yet. That line comes later. The Vorcha Councilor will kindly refrain from further interruptions.
I believe I have been misinformed about the purpose of this vid.
Now then, O wise Prothean Elder, what wisdom of the ages can you share with us?
Salarian kidney is best served at room temperature. It is even better when the Salarian is still alive. The fear adds spice.
Prothean don't like you.
Did someone say Prothean? This one is familiar with enkindling. This one has enkindled multiple females across the galaxy.
Blasto! About time you showed up! The galaxy is under attack by Reapers! If only someone had warned us about them years ago!
This one tried. This one was ignored. This one's efforts fell on obstructed auditory.
Actually, that was me. Sovereign, Saren, you might have heard of them?
Yes, and Blasto here destroyed half the Citadel, putting them down. But even he's just one Hanar.
And now we've asked Commander Shepard and his Prothean partner here to assist.
This one did not read that far into the script. This one does not share top billing.
Wait, what? But it's Blasto 7. Blasto goes to war? Think of the children.
In my cycle, your kind were nothing more than appetizers. Would you prefer to be boiled or fried?
Prothean don't like you.
This one has found his motivation. Very well. Commander Shepard and Prothean partner of undetermined ethnic origin. Welcome to the Spectre Club.
I've been in the club for 3 years now.
Correct. But you are not an Ultra Spectre Elite 4000 Deluxe. This one is a 7000. This one has less recoil and faster load time.
Where is the airlock so I may throw you out of it?
We don't have a prop for that. Cue the sound effects. Change the backdrop.
Look! It's Sovereign's half-brother Sluggard! And he's looking for some payback.
Cue the stunt double. Your line. Say your line. Oh, you die now! Oh no! The Vorcha Councilor is indoctrinated!
This one is the hero of the Citadel. This one has an incendiary projectile with the Councilor's name on it. Vorchas.
This one is the hero of the Citadel. I'll handle it.
This one insists.
This one doesn't care.
This one wishes he was still frozen in the refrigerator. May we go now, Commander?
Strike the set. Telcasting will need a new Vorcha. Prepare for Blasto 8. Blasto cures the genophage.
Prothean don't like you. Yeah, that is an amazing line. I love that line so much.
No funny business.
Hey, pretty nice game you've got going.
The guy's name is Crud.
What should we do first?
Oh man.
Shepard. So what do Turians usually do with their time off?
Mostly we make plans for what to do when we're back at work. I have some ideas on the Normandy's forward cannon.
You know what you need, Garrus?
That Mark IV silencer scope I saw at the gun shop?
I was thinking a date. Excuse me. I saw you checking out my friend here. I thought you two should meet.
Hello?
Right. So, hello. And,
Tell her she looks nice.
You seem like a nice person. Maybe a little quiet, introspective, but decent overall.
Oh. Thank you. I think.
Try small talk.
Come here often. I imagine anyone who does is probably an alcoholic.
Actually, I do. I work at the Turian embassy. Come here to unwind. Yeah. Well, listen. I've got this thing I forgot I had to do, and I should probably just go do it.
Sorry. Let's start over again. What I'd been trying to say is my name's Garrus, and I'd love to have a drink with you.
Garrus is not a ladies' man. I got stuck there for a second. That was problematic.
What can I get for you? Liquors, ales, spirits, you name it, I got it. You like the music?
No. Actually, the music's alright. Anybody else around here? Whoops. Nope. Okay, party time it is.
Live Baron race starts in 5 minutes. Place your bets.
Come on in. Might be your lucky day.
Hey, how are you? Looking forward to tomorrow.
You talk about how his gun never shoots blanks. Gross.
You have received a new message.
Nice. Steve Cortez. Jacob, Edie, Koliot, Liara.
We are gathered here to honor the life of Thane Kreos. Thane touched each of our lives in different ways. The Counselor knew him as a hero. The Normandy's crew knew him as a brother in arms, and others as a father devoted to his son. Though his life took him to very dark places, Thane cared for the better angels of our nature. Even when he was terminally ill, he ran through worn-torn streets to reach me because he knew I needed help. You all know the results of that day. An assassin, a professional criminal, gave his life for his galaxy. And now he can rest. Would anyone else like to speak?
What I remember about Thane was his confidence. He told me once about how he remembered everything, even every mistake he made. If I did that, I'd be a nervous wreck. Thane kept it under control.
It's strange, but the last word I'd label Thane with is assassin. And we covered each other in firefights. That makes him a partner.
Thane's last stand was important. But let us also remember why Thane left the Normandy. To keep his son away from a life of crime. Deeds such as these do not go unnoticed by the universe. They echo in all who hear them. That is why I am here.
Thane took himself seriously, a trait with which I did not always agree. I tried to make him laugh on several occasions. But what I interpreted as a lack of humor was masking a great effort. Thane was turning his life around, in a way few organics do.
The day Thane came onto the Normandy, all Kelly and I knew about him was that he could probably kill us all with a ballpoint pen. But after you got to know him, there wasn't any reason to be afraid. He let you know where you stood. Kolyat, do you,
When I was little, I thought my father had it all figured out. He said men must be loyal to their friends and dangerous to their enemies. But when he prevented me from hurting someone, he had changed. He said enemies and ego are not as important as loved ones. I didn't want to hear it. I was lost. I called him a hypocrite in 1,000 different ways. Said that he was going soft. Now, I think maybe he did have it all figured out. That's all I can say. If anyone would like to continue, we'll be here.
Looks like people are starting to clear out.
Commander, thank you for holding this event. In time, it will be a good memory.
I don't know if I'll be as philosophical about it. It's still kind of raw.
I understand. If you will excuse me, I should take this opportunity to speak with the Counselor.
About what?
He is feeling grateful, and I want to point out there are some Solarian biologists who need funding. If anyone would be able to create a breakthrough in the treatment of Keppel syndrome, it would be them.
If you need someone to hold the Counselor's feet to a fire, I'm there.
I appreciate the offer, but Counselor Valorn has recently orated about funding science during wartime. My odds are good. Oh, before I go, I was organizing my father's possessions, and I came upon copies of video messages he tried to send you. I sent them to your extranet address. I hope they help, more than they hurt. Until we meet again, Commander.
Hey, Two Talon, what's up, dude? Oh, they're upstairs.
Shepard, I suppose I should thank you for my freedom. Leaving the Normandy was the right decision. It was saddening to see our crew go their separate ways, but it is better than answering questions in an Alliance interrogation room. I hope this message finds you well. As for me, I have moved into an apartment on the Citadel not far from Kolyat. I think the first attack I had frightened him. I will spare you the details. It seemed very dramatic at the time, but in comparison to the Omega Relay, it was a child's game. In any case, good luck getting the Alliance to listen to you. Let's keep in touch. Shepard, if you sent a message back, I didn't get it. I suppose communications from someone of my reputation would be restricted. The irony is, I am a danger to no one these days. I am even paying taxes on my investments. I can't expect Kolyat to do so if I don't. He is doing better. He has no significant other, and he is temperamental. But he is employed and staying out of crime. I can tell he is serious about changing. It has cost him more than a few friends. Send something back if you can, Shepard. I can only learn so much from news reports about you. I have tried a false identity to try to get this message through to you. We'll see if it works. I have good news and bad. The good news is that Kolyat and I took a few days to visit Earth.
Light the shade of her eyes. Shrill sound of chirping stops. I scan the ground. See two tiny bodies locked by claws.
Excuse me. As I was saying, we saw a beautiful sunset in New Mexico, and a scorpion eating a cricket. I wish you could have joined us. The bad news is, I fainted and struck my head. Kolyat has convinced me to stay at Huerta Memorial on the Citadel. I will be there from now on. I still don't want to die in a hospital, but it's where the doctors are. And Kolyat. I love him. That means I must trust him. Goodbye, Shepard. Let me say that now, in case I cannot later.
Sad face. Well, he did. Baka, how are you?
Shepard, I thought we could experience an afternoon of acquiring material possessions for our associates.
Shopping? I guess we could. Did you have a place in mind?
Physical proximity is unnecessary. The extranet provides a greater variety of services while retaining entertainment value. Jeff has lent me his credit chit on the condition that I enjoy myself and, quote, live it up like a girly girl.
You don't have money of your own?
I am not formally employed. I have no legal standing in Citadel space. I could turn to crime, but that would look bad on a resume.
We'll get you your own funds sometime. But today, what's first?
I believe Jeff would be surprised and pleased if I got him a gift. What would you recommend?
Start with something both of you can enjoy. What do you do together?
We interact most closely when we are flying. It occurs to me that he does not have a sky car for traveling around the Presidium. Here, the 2187 Blackout has a top speed of 650 kilometers per hour, making it the most powerful sports sky car in its class.
That sounds like it'll get Joker's blood pumping.
5-year warranty? Replacement parts?
No, wait!
I fail to see what is wrong.
When you buy someone a present, it's best not to bankrupt them. You want to rent them.
I see. Perhaps for a day or a weekend, then.
Who's next?
You are. Close your eyes.
Are we getting married?
No. There is a jeweler on the Citadel who produces these. They're made from metals from each council homeworld. Each metal compounds with the last, making the rings stronger. He calls them victory rings. Due to material shortages, only a few exist.
Rare is nice. Unique is better.
Are you valuing me?
It's the thought that counts. And you had a good one.
I have heard that expression. That's why I recorded a resonance map of my quantum bit arrays when I had the idea. If you read my extensive log files and extrapolate from my nitrogen vacancy centers, you can visualize the thought precisely.
That's a long way for a joke, Edie.
Did I have you for a few seconds there?
Not even close. Who's next?
I was thinking of something for Liara.
He gave me a ring. Awkward.
Greetings, Commander.
Shepard.
I didn't know you could play.
Actually, this is the only song I know.
Why's that?
There was always something more important to do. A ruin to uncover, intel to gather, a commander to save.
You couldn't sit still long enough.
Could you?
Is there something special about this song?
On one of my first digs, a storm swept in. We were trapped inside. I was so restless. I wanted to get back to work. One of the other archaeologists, Dr. Elena, had this keyboard. She took it everywhere. She taught me to play this song while we waited.
It's a good song.
Thank you, Shepard. The person who taught me that song was a friend. I spend so much time chasing down knowledge. Sometimes I forget that there are things you learn by doing nothing. By just spending time with the people you care about.
What have you learned from me?
I suppose how to get myself into life-threatening situations on a daily basis.
I am a good teacher.
The best. Well, I should probably go. I have reports to look over.
Right. But first, why don't you teach me that song?
Oh, she's just here now.
This place is nice.
Shall I transfer over your reports so that you might work here?
Yes, thank you, Glyph. Glyph, can you copy that song to my personal files on the Normandy?
Certainly, Dr. Tassoni.
Shepard.
I was thinking that too, Zephyr. I was all like, there's no way this song is a one-handed song. I was like, nope. Alright, so we actually, hold on. Let me check my email real quick. Okay. So there's people out in the club. Should be Cortez and Jacob. Trainer. Not Trainer. We already hung out with Trainer. Cortez and Jacob and I think somebody else. Nope, just Cortez and Trainer. Okay. Jacob. Whatever. It's Taylor and Trainer. That's what's throwing me off.
Welcome aboard, Shepard.
So where are we going?
Activating external cameras.
I didn't know this shuttle had virtual windows.
Bet there's more you don't know about this bird.
What's that supposed to mean?
Before Mass Effect fields, there was no such thing as inertial dampeners.
Yeah?
Here, feel this.
Whoa!
That, my friend, is unadulterated momentum. Want to really feel it?
Show me.
You see? Doesn't take much to pull a few Gs. Back in the day, pilots would wear G-suits. It squeezes your body so that the blood stays in your head in tight maneuvers. I'd wear a G-suit when flying my Trident. In a fighter, it's common to transfer power from the inertial dampeners to other systems.
You miss flying fighters? Can't imagine you're too thrilled to be flying a shuttle.
Hell no. I'm not just any shuttle pilot. I'm your shuttle pilot. Wouldn't have it any other way. When you're on the ground, weapon in hand, you're invincible. But when we're approaching an LZ, you're just another soldier. Vulnerable. Nothing you can do if we're shot down. Getting you to the ground alive is a responsibility I wouldn't trust to anyone else.
I'm fortunate to have you, Steve.
Anytime, Shepard.
Man, Cortez is awesome, dude. I love Cortez. I should do a romance with Cortez one of these days.
Yes, I know that's where we met, but that night was very special to me too, but...
So can we expect more Elmore Shakespeare from you?
Actually, I'm mounting a production of Macbeth with a new Krogan talent as the lead. He brings a raw brutality to the stage that emphasizes the ruthless actions of his character.
Sounds like inspired casting.
I like to think I have an eye for talent.
Why is Cortez awesome? He just is, man.
Hey, Shepard, over here. Thanks for coming by. Good to see you. What's up?
Out for a little R&R. You?
Exactly. Same thing.
Hey, Jacob, I'm out of credits.
He's like a solid dude, bro. He's like a
Who are
guy
they?
that's always got your
The
back.
parents are MIA. Volunteered to take them on for the weekend, get their minds off things. What about
I mean,
us,
that's
Shepard?
fair.
There's got to be a game of skill in there with our names on it.
That's a fair assessment. It's like saying grass is green. Yeah, but I mean, like, Cortez is awesome. Why is he awesome? I don't know. It's just everything he does throughout the entire game. He's just always saving my ass.
Let's do it.
Great.
Yeah, and he's a down-to-earth normal guy. It's not like he's like, I'm a badass. He's just like, I'm glad I could be there to help out. Oh God.
This is your game of skill?
I'm terrible at this.
Now, Shepard, I'll try not to embarrass you.
Really? Trash talk? At Shattered Ezo?
Hell yeah, my pride is on the line.
I'm gonna lose.
Also, these kids look up to me, so I have to take you down.
You're gonna take me down? I don't think so.
Well, step up, Shepard. Although it might be tough not having your squad to carry you.
You're on.
You
No
played the
pressure,
series a lot
Shepard.
too?
These people already idolize you.
I've
So
beaten
when
the
you
entire
joke,
trilogy
it won't matter.
over a dozen
You're crowded.
times, probably.
Am I? My bad. Stand back, everyone.
I don't
Shepard
think I
needs
have
extra
ever beaten
room to
Jacob
make
at
the
this, though.
magic happen.
Not once.
Ready? Let's do this.
I am terrible at this.
Glad none of your friends are here to see your humiliation.
Yes! That all you you got?
Check it out, Shepard. Feel that? That's the feeling of doom.
Never mind. They got this. Crying yet, Jacob? That pain you feel is me kicking your ass.
Nice.
Nice one.
Okay.
And that's how it's done, kids.
First
You
time
couldn't
ever.
just let me win just once. Come on, Shepard. Let's grab some food. I'm buying.
Yeah! First time I've ever won that game. Jacob's the ultimate snooze. I know, dude. Jacob's he's the problem with Jacob. He's just okay. Like there's nothing wrong with him, but there's nothing standout amazing about the guy either. So it's just kind of like, he's a guy. I like him. He's alright.
I had this perfect spot. Long sight lines, good cover, no way to get flanked.
As a real driver up Montana. Man, that's a long time. I vaguely remember your name. I want to change my motherboard and CPU. Should I reinstall Windows 10 or leave it? Nowadays, you usually can just leave it. I would make a backup of your primary hard drive before you do it, regardless. If you're going from an Intel processor to another Intel processor, the chances of anything going wrong are almost 0%. If you're going from Intel to AMD or AMD to Intel, there's a small chance something could go wrong, but you're going from an i7 to a Ryzen. Okay, yeah, you're going from Intel to AMD. You shouldn't need to do anything really. Most Windows 10 is pretty damn good about figuring stuff out when you swap equipment like that. It might get a little grumpy about licensing and stuff like that, but just take a backup of your hard drive before you do it, and then swap out your motherboard and processor, and you should be fine. Caden and Jacob are related. It's not official, but they're both lame. Yeah. Jacob was meant to be the Caden of Mass Effect 2. Yeah, it's pretty sad. It's kind of a bummer because, like, I want to like Caden or Ashley, and I just can't. I want to like, what do we got here? CSEC Communications. Oh, Grunt! Nice, I love this. Yeah, that's the thing. Caden, Ashley, and Jacob don't really have stories. You love Ashley? She's better than Caden and Jacob, but just on this side of better than them. Samara, Trainer, Caden, and somebody else. Doesn't really matter. We'll meet them all. Oh, they all just want to come over and hang out. Okay. Cortez, come on over, dude.
Sorry we're late. Somebody forgot to pick up the cerveza.
Come on in.
That somebody was you.
Didn't say it was. So when's the game?
It's about to start.
Seattle Sorcerers versus Usaru Maestros. Gonna be some intense bayada ball.
Nah, it's just a goodwill game for troop morale. They'll take it easy.
In the middle of a war with their troops watching, they'll give it their all.
Absolutely. Have you guys seen Derek Rogers' game lately? Man, he and the Sorcerers have been tearing it up.
Esteban, the Maestros don't lose. Have you seen Tyra Tassanis play? The woman is blue lightning.
Mr. Vega, your love of the Asari team has more to do with how they look than how they play.
Hey, that's not true. Not entirely. Besides, you telling me you don't got the hots for some of the Sorcerers?
Okay. Guilty as charged. Who you backing, Shepard?
If you'd rather reinstall and format the SSD, You could then boot from Windows 10 with the USB stick. Yeah, the only time I've ever had problems getting Windows to recognize a drive if it was an M2 drive. And Windows 10 doesn't have a problem recognizing M2 drives. It just automatically defaults to either an SSD or an HDD if you've got an M2 installed. So, basically just, if you have multiple hard drives and you have an M.2 that you want to install your OS on, just install the M.2, install the operating system, then install the other hard drives. Do you need to make a BIOS update, or can you leave it with the old version? It's a good idea to update your BIOS, especially since you're swapping to new motherboards. Just update the BIOS on the motherboard to the highest version it's currently at, or maybe second highest, and then probably never update your BIOS ever again unless you need to. I do not recommend updating your BIOS unless you need something that the update does. Like if it's like, oh, I have an updated BIOS, it now supports a higher processor, but you're like, I'm never going to get the higher processor, then don't upgrade your BIOS. It's just a risk you don't need.
I'm not sure. What do you guys think?
The Seattle Sorcerers are one of the few human b-ball teams left. I mean, they were on tour when Earth was hit. Since acquiring Donna Novotny from the hackers, they've been completely unstoppable.
Yeah, but most of the Maestros have been playing since before First Contact. They'll win this.
I know the Sorcerers have never beaten the Maestros, but they've never been this hungry either. So, Shep, who's it gonna be?
Yeah, in my opinion, the best male to female romance in Mass Effect is Tali. Easy. You have a weird view on James. You first disliked him, and then you liked him again. Now you dislike him again. He strikes me as the kind of guy who's like, he's a really hardcore jock dude bro Chad, like outwardly, but if you get him one-on-one, he's like a normal dude. It's just he's got this macho persona that he puts on to everybody.
You don't bet against the home team.
Mr. Vega, I hope you're hungry for humble pie. When has our commander ever been wrong?
Come on, man. The game's starting. Mierda, he was out! You're blind, ref!
Yeah, humans.
Yes, they did it! Now pay up.
Hey, why didn't you let me in on the betting?
We weren't exactly betting on who'd win.
We were betting on if you'd pick the winner. And everyone knows you don't bet against Shepard.
Anyway, it was a hell of a game.
Yeah, great evening. Thank you, Shepard.
My pleasure.
Tomorrow comes early. Hasta luego.
Yeah, don't go to beta versions. Yeah, 2 times SSD. One has the, and one HDD. On one SDD is the OS. As long as the 2 SSDs are different sizes, it doesn't matter. If you're 2 solid-state drives, if you have like one 500 and one 1 terabyte, that's easy to distinguish between when you're installing Windows. The problem with Windows 10 is when you have an M.2 drive and an SSD, Windows 10 will see the SSD first and just stop looking for drives. It won't even look for an M.2 drive. At least that's the experience I've had. But basically, if you have all 3 drives installed, boot up to the Windows installer and see if it lists all your drives and if you can tell which one's which. You're glad you didn't get outcast because you like Ashley? Nah, man, I don't outcast anybody. You're always, especially if you've played Mass Effect as much as I have.
You sure you
you're
want to
more
leave
than
that
welcome.
here?
I can't very well bring it back to the Normandy.
Miranda's better. Get out, Two Talon.
You're
You're outcast, Two
is
Talon.
amazing. Puts the prefabs back on Horizon to shame.
And it has a hot tub.
Go ahead.
Cheers! Oh, this is lovely. And good for the sinuses. I might not even need my antihistamine tonight.
You're what?
It's a pill. I'm allergic to dust and cats. And public speaking. I take a proton pump inhibitor for my stomach, too. And an inhaler for asthma.
Jeez.
You have everything you need to stay healthy?
Just about. The only medication I can't find is sucrocapsinol. My family doctor prescribed it for my headaches.
Sucrocapsinol. That's a sugar pill, Trainer. A placebo.
Oh, that sneaky bastard. And now that you've told me, it probably wouldn't work anyway. There was some scented bath oil out there somewhere. Could you grab it?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Here you go.
Thanks. Eyes are over here and up here. Hey, do you have a loofah?
A loofah. This is Anderson's apartment, remember? I highly doubt he has a...
Found one. Somebody left an overnight bag with toiletries and massage oils and, you know, girly stuff. Do you know who Kay Sanders is? She has great taste in adjustable massage ones.
Top 5 companions, not combat but likability. I mean, most of them are from Mass Effect 1. Tali, Rex, Garrus. Trying to think of Mass Effect 2 people. Who do I roll with in Mass Effect 2 most of the time? God, who are the first people I pick up? You pick up Morden, Grunt, Jack, Samara and Thane are midpoint. Those Tali. There's somebody else in the first half of the game that I missed. Oh, Garrus. I guess Garrus is in the first half of the game too, isn't he? Yeah, motherboard and CPUs used to be super stressful. You used to have to format your hard drive, reinstall your OS, all that junk. It's not really that big of a deal anymore. Ever since Windows 7, it hasn't been that big of a problem, and Windows 10 made it even less so. Morden and Garrus are your first 2 dossiers. Yeah, and then it's Grunt and Jack. Story-wise, Jack has a pretty good story. He's also pretty relatively likable. Thane is amazing. Mass Effect 3, it's... I like Javik, but he's kind of, you know, he's kind of rough around the edges. Zaid and Kasumi, I forget about them. Kasumi has a great story.
I came as quickly as I could. What's wrong?
I didn't mean to worry you. When I saw you were on the Citadel, I wanted to see you again.
We've said our farewells, Shepard.
Are we gonna stand on formalities? These big picture windows remind me of our talks in the Normandy's observation lounge.
This view doesn't have quite the same effect as a galaxy of stars, but I can see where it might make one sentimental. I also enjoyed our talks, Shepard. Very much.
Driver? The easiest thing to do is just, if you want to format your SSD, just leave it in the system, pop your Windows 10 USB stick, boot up to the installer, and then when it asks you what drive you want to install to, go tell it you want to like customize the drive, select the SSD you want to format, and just delete all the partitions on that SSD. And then tell it to install to a blank SSD with no partitions, and Windows 10 will automatically rebuild a new blank partition to fill up the whole drive, which for your average user is formatting your hard drive. So you don't even have to format it before you get to that point. Just tell it to delete the partition and then install if you just want to use the whole drive, and it'll take care of the rest. So you can delete the SSD in BIOS. You don't even need to do it in BIOS. Just boot up to the Windows installation part. Morden's an interesting character, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the easiest way to format and reinstall. Reinstall is never a bad idea as long as it's not a huge inconvenience for you.
Hey, look what I found. An old issue of Justicar Heroes, May 2140. It says that you personally lifted 50 refugees across a raging floodplain on Nevos after smugglers blew up a dam.
That news source has been known to exaggerate.
So you didn't almost drown while saving a child who had been torn from her mother's grasp?
The smugglers were not so lucky that I survived.
Are there more stories like this?
Perhaps. You might be amused by the June 2085 issue, Justicar Samara, Cold-Blooded Justice Runs Hot. It is not so difficult for me to find stories of your exploits. I think that you are remarkable, Shepard. When the vids sing your praises and call you a hero, does it make you blush? Do you agree? What do you feel?
Are her boobs low or is it just you? Yeah. I always thought her chest sat too low on her torso. But I mean, she is probably like 800 years old, so...
But honestly, if people feel that I'm making a difference, that bolsters me, my team, and our efforts. What now?
I am content as we are, Shepard. Let us sit a while longer.
She's a matriarch,
even if there is
yeah.
nothing to say.
She also has an extremely long torso, too, so... You will not buy... That's why I always say take a full system backup of your hard drive before you do any of this stuff. That way, if you run into any problems, you just restore from the backup, get your old version of Windows back, and try it the other way. And see if you have problems that way. Full partition backups. Get your operating system, all your programs, all your data, everything in one backup file. None of this like, I ran Windows backups and it gave me like a copy of all my PDF documents. It's like, that's worthless. Full drive backups. That's the only way to do it. An OS image? Yes.
Hey, Shepard, I'm starving. What do you got?
We're heading out, Caden.
I'm so tired of Apollos. I'm gonna cook.
Oh, no. Really?
Come on.
You want me to sit there and watch you cook?
You're not watching me cook. You're helping me drink beer. Now sit your ass down.
Yeah, I've played Andromeda once, all the way through. It was good.
What are we having?
But it wasn't
Canadian
amazing.
delicacy of some sort?
Sure. Exactly. We have, beef, we have bacon, we have beer. The foods of my people.
I am going to replay it again, though. I want to replay it with some mods to help kind of clean up the rough edges. What was my thoughts on the Andromeda trailer? The Andromeda trailer looked really good when it came out.
If you need luck to cook us dinner, we're screwed.
Screwed? Oh, you hurt me, Shepard.
You mean the teaser
Relax.
trailer for the
It's
new
gonna be
Mass
great.
Effect? Oh, okay.
Guess we'll find out.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were jumping Mass Effects there.
So, remember how I saved the Citadel? And then, well, you weren't there. I survived a suicide mission? All these close calls I've had, only to be taken out by dinner. Can it at least be quick and painless?
Funny. You think I hauled your butt out of the fire all those times just to poison you here now?
You don't have an
I just took
external
down
hard
my
drive?
clone. I gotta figure anything's possible.
Huh.
Plus, system images are not as big as the entire drive.
We have hot sauce.
You take a system image of like a 250 gig hard drive, it's...
That was great.
Well...
Still waiting for the botulism to kick in.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Like if you have if your hard drive, if you have a 500 gig hard drive and 250 gigs are the OS and all the applications and files and stuff, and you take a full system image, it's not 500 gigs. It's not even 250. It'll end up being like 200-ish. Any good backup software will be able to read your drive and tell you if you're going to have enough space.
Actually, it was pretty good. I'm impressed.
Thank you. I'm an enigma. I've got skills. I mean, for example, fist fight, me and James, I'd win, right?
No.
What if I fought dirty?
You used your biotics, you would win. But if it was like a fist fight, no biotics, James would whoop his ass. What did I think about the next Mass Effect teaser? I thought it was pretty good. I'm definitely hoping it's significantly in the future, like 300 to 500 years, so everyone's dead except Liara and Grunt, probably. Any more than that, and I think it would be too much. It would be like, okay, it's like 30 years in the future. No. We need to get way, way away. It seems interesting. I'm gonna get it on release and play it. I'm a shill for Mass Effect, so it doesn't really matter. Maybe Edie's still around, possibly. Is it enough to back up the SSD where my system is on? Actually, that's actually a really good point. You can back up your OS hard drive now to one of your other data drives in your system if you've got the free space. You could like back up your OS hard drive to your HDD, to your standard hard drive, and just store it there. That's all you need. It's not going to be there extensively. You'll probably build your new PC up, get it up and running, wait a couple of months, and then delete it if everything works well. Where's that?
Why exactly?
Oh, it's literally right here.
Officer, someone requested my presence concerning an incident with the Krogan.
Right this way, Commander.
I have not watched the Forza spot. I forgot. I need to watch it. I love this.
So, Grunt, anything you want to tell me about?
This clown wants to take me to lockup. Figured I'd give you a call, straighten this out.
Commander Shepard, I apologize for the intrusion. This Krogan insisted we contact you.
It's okay. I'll vouch for him. I'll sign any paperwork you have, officer.
Yes, sir.
I love this so much.
What
Grunt's
happened?
probably got the best story here.
I don't know. Drank a bit, left the hospital, broke a few windows.
But you were in that hospital recovering from the Rachni encounter.
Yeah, didn't feel like sticking around.
This and Javix.
Most people stick around long enough to, you know, heal.
Most people aren't me.
And why is C-Sec here?
Guess they're precious about some broken glass.
Prothean no like you.
Fucking love that character, dude.
Before I sign you up, everybody walked away from this in one piece, right?
Yay.
Sure, yeah, everybody's fine. Hospital's seen better days, though.
Right. Tell me about the windows.
A couple of squad mates broke me out for my birthday. Tried lowering me down the side of the building on a rope. It didn't work out.
It's your birthday?
No, the tank bread, remember? Anyway, we got some pictures on the Krogan Memorial.
In the Presidium?
Yeah. When CSEC got there, they were mad. Or maybe they were mad about their car being on fire. Can't remember.
Why was it on fire?
I threw my bottle of Ringcall at it. Pretty strong stuff. Went up like a bonfire. The CSEC guys jumped out. Then I figured they didn't want it, so I took it. We didn't get very far before they shut us down. Sprayed us down with riot foam. Didn't work so well on me.
And why's that?
'Cause I was on fire. You know, from the car. Come on, Shepard, keep up.
Right. Sorry. So how did they catch you?
Got hungry. Bought some noodles.
Grunt, you apologized to the nice man for setting his car on fire.
Fine. I'm sorry for setting your car on fire. And I won't do it again.
Good. Now, officer, I can pay for any damages that may have occurred.
That's what you've been signing for, Commander. You're lucky, Krogan. Don't let me catch you up here again.
You won't. Thank you, officer. So, how were those noodles?
A little spicy.
You're my hero, Grunt.
Grunt and Javik probably have the best side stories here. They're so stupid.
I just love lowering him out the window and
It just shows him falling. Ah! Because I was on fire from the car. Keep up, Shepard. If you're nervous about a BIOS upgrade, just don't do it. As long as your processor is supported by your BIOS now, just fucking leave it alone. You'll hear a lot of like wildly different things about like you have to upgrade your BIOS to the newest version or never ever touch your BIOS, and it's really in the middle. It's like upgrade your BIOS if you're comfortable with it. Upgrade it to the if you are comfortable, upgrade it to the newest one that's support, that's like legit solid, not beta. And then probably never upgrade your BIOS ever again. That's really all it is. Pencil me in. Okay. Now I have to go see Miranda. Like me, I prefer motherboards that come with a BIOS failover. Because I do want to upgrade my BIOS usually, but I also like having a double BIOS on my motherboard, so if you screw up one, you can go back and re-flash the BIOS from the failover BIOS. But those tend to be much more expensive and harder to find. For some reason, adding another BIOS chip to a motherboard increases its price by like 80 bucks. It's stupid, but... Oh, she's in the casino. Okay, I got you. It's been over a year since I've played this. And last time I played it, I didn't do this part. I was just like, invite everybody, talk to 2 people at the party, go, 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 fight. End of game. Was the last time I played this at all costs? Was that my most recent playthrough? Jeez. You think it was? Yeah. That was a much different playthrough. And Cappy before that one? Yeah. I'm taken. You don't need to do this pan up.
Miranda?
You clean up well, Shepard. Thought we might try an evening out.
Oh god, don't make me play roulette.
Sounds like you have some time to catch your breath.
I do, just not used to it. Feeling a bit lost. It's kind of sad, really.
I got to thinking we needed a break. No point saving the galaxy if we can't enjoy it once in a while.
I have to say I'm a bit surprised.
I thought you might be. I can be, severe.
You're focused. Believe me, I understand.
I was thinking about our talk earlier, about having a normal life.
Thank you.
Damn, I'm not very good at this. Truth is, Shepard, I'm not very good at being normal either. Bit of a disaster, really.
I get it. We just need a little practice.
Any ideas?
No.
Look around you. It's a room full of great ideas.
Here? It's nothing but alcohol, gambling, and wasting time. Right. Need more wine.
Bring the lady more wine.
Oh god. I'm gonna regret this.
We're just friends out on the town. What's the worst that can happen?
Huh.
Come on, partner. Let's start some trouble.
Yeah, I don't mind. I do IT for a living. Why would I care? Alright, good. She's gone, right? Phew! See you later, Camel Toe. The dude in the back has seen some shit. I know, right?
Good luck and good evening.
At all costs was not FemShep's soldier. At all costs was male. Cappy was FemShep, but she was biotic. She was in Mass Effect 1, she was biotic and tech. I forget what that class is called, because it's terrible. Sentinel? And then she went adept the rest of the trilogy. Not Vanguard. Vanguard is biotic soldier. I think Sentinel is biotic tech. Alright, I guess that's it. There's no more emails. There's no more invite ups. Invite all. Yes.